Yo. What up? It's your man, Dust. And we go to top 10 F-ups in video game history. Now, I assume I have no idea what's finna happen. Don't get me wrong, I'm a gamer. Gamer at heart and soul. But when it comes to the history and, that stuff. I'm sorry, I'm sleepy, y'all. But don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe because I read all the comments. Let's get into this video. Alright.
Welcome to the internet, a place where everyone hates each other and likes to laugh at everyone's misery. And you know what? We're kind of no different. So to celebrate everyone's failure, we thought it would be fun to make a list of the ultimate F-ups in the video game industry. And because we know failure resonates with some people more than others, as we list off our top 10, let us know what yours are in the comments. And while you're at it, hit that thumbs up button. We appreciate you. Can we hit 10,000 for 10? Top 10 maybe? Yeah. Anyways, hey, I'm Stuttering Craig for ScrewAttack's top 10 fuck-ups in the video game industry.
Shout out.
Number 10.
Okay, you know we love us some indies. We very much encourage the spirit of entrepreneurship and the go-getter nature, but let's be real here. The Ouya never had a chance. Yes, it had an extremely successful Kickstarter, but after that, I really don't know if anyone ever played it. Ours has literally been sitting on my desk collecting dust. Now, to be clear, we don't think the Ouya effed up. We really don't. Now, we do think the people who invested in the Ouya did, including us. We're at $100, and what do we have to show for it? Anybody? Anybody got anything? No? Okay. But think about how bad you'd feel if you'd invested $10 million into a company like Alibaba did in January of 2015, only to have Ouya turn around and put itself up for sale 3 months later. Yeah, they effed up pretty good.
Number 9.
Where to begin? This dude, Dennis Dyack, founded Silicon Knights. I mean, amazing, right? It was one of the most promising development studios in the 90s. But then we had to watch it as he burned it to the ground. He insulted the intelligence of gamers who didn't like Too Human, a game which literally had to be destroyed from the face of the earth because it ran on a stolen engine. Next came a lawsuit for failing to live up to the terms of a grant by the Canadian government, but the worst has to be the allegations of employee harassment and embezzlement during the development of X-Men Destiny. It's pretty clear that at this point, Dyack's career has a firm position right next to the Shadows of Eternal's Kickstarter campaign.
Number 8.
Unsuccessful.
You ever thrown your controller? You know, like you messed up, you lost all your progress, and you use your bedroom wall to turn your gamepad into just a giant plastic explosion? Well, Phil Fish did that with his career. He rage quit the internet because he didn't like what people were saying about him. Aww. That's honestly really what we have to say about him. I mean, whiners get on our nerves, especially ones who do it via social media. Now, we're imagining Phil will blacklist us from ever doing anything with him ever again for mentioning him on this list. I mean, not that we really ever did anything in the first place. But hey, man, we're just being real. And by the way, that was effing amazing to watch in real time.
Number 7.
Nobody likes old school games like Mega Man. And everybody knows Castlevania Symphony of the Night is garbage. And Banjo-Kazooie is the worst platformer ever, right? Wrong. Then why the hell did Capcom, Konami, and Rare just sit on these beloved franchises for years? We have no idea, and neither do the creators of those classics, which is why they went to Kickstarter. Bloodstained, Yooka-Laylee, and Mighty Number 9 literally obliterated their Kickstarter goals. In doing so, they've proven that gamers want what publishers thought they didn't. So publishers can just suck on that.
Number 6.
Sure.
Do awkward situations make you uncomfortable? Yeah, us too. Okay, not really, but just for the sake
I
of this
remember that
argument, just
commercial.
gonna go with this. So when
PS3.
Sony announced the price of their mega awesome non-banana controller having PlayStation 3 at E3 2006, the world just kind of sat there, amazed and disheveled.
Yeah.
$600? I mean, this is 2006. It wasn't like the 90s when you could charge someone $700 for a 3DO. I mean, you could literally buy 2 core versions of the Xbox 360 for that price, and around 2.5 Wiis. The nail in the coffin, though, had to be listening to Kaz Hirai try to sway the incoming bomb of the PlayStation 3 price by drilling into our skulls how advanced it was going to be over the competition, which is Just dumb.
So here's this giant enemy crab. Attack its weak point for massive damage.
Giant crab. That was literally the day we watched Sony go from unparalleled leader to a distant third that took an entire console generation just to recover.
Number 5.
In hindsight, we have a really tough question we need to ask ourselves. Was Sega really good, or did they just get really lucky with Sonic and ride it out over the next 2 decades? We like to think not, but when you look back on the Rush Sega Saturn and the Dreamcast, which was super advanced first time, but released without a DVD player, which essentially killed it, we see nothing but slow mistakes. And we're not even talking about the ones where they bastardized Sonic over the last 2 decades. Of course, there have been some great first-party titles like Shenmue here and there, but it basically equivalized to what is like the slow Band-Aid being peeled over 20 years, just slowly pulling out every single hair, and just feels gross and you... Anyways, it's just like that. That's Sega over the last 20 years, and they fucked up bad.
Number 4.
When the Wii came out, it was pretty clear that motion controls were the future of gaming. Until we woke up and the novelty of the revolution just totally died off. I mean, everyone stopped caring about it, and all those plastic wheels and purples just collected dust. Nintendo clearly didn't get the memo that gimmicks didn't matter and effed up big time by naming their next console basically the same thing as something that nobody cared about anymore. Nintendo. No one knows what the hell the Wii U is. The name is so horribly marketable that it wasn't even clear that it was an entirely new console when it was announced. I mean, I was there. I was totally clueless. They even had a second round of marketing that basically crammed it down people's throats. Hey, this isn't a peripheral. It's a totally different console. And people just didn't care or understand. Even something simple as naming it the Wii 2 or the Super Wii would have been enough. Simple as it is, it's a pretty big fucked up mistake that they'll be paying for years to come.
Number 3.
You can't change the past. I mean, you really can't. Businesses make decisions every day, but sometimes the wrong decisions are not just missed opportunities, but situations that create an entirely new enemy. Nintendo and Sony had originally partnered for a console that would play both Super Nintendo cartridges and Sony CD-ROMs. And after some legal stuff, Sony wanted to keep its licenses and publishing profits for the system, and Nintendo was like, no way, buddy! And kicked Sony to the curb, partnering with Philips instead. And then, well, this happened.
You must conquer each. I guess I'd better get going.
But out of the ashes rose the PlayStation. And then the PlayStation 2, which was a moderate success. 155 million consoles. And all Nintendo can do is just be sad and live in regret of what could have been.
Number 2.
You know, people are scared of the internet. Well, they should be, because the internet can ruin fun for everybody. In 2011, the PlayStation Network was hacked. Dun dun dun. People that desperately wanted jobs as online security guards shut down Sony servers instead of, well, just applying for a job like everyone else. Either way, it was Sony's F-up. 77 million players' accounts were compromised. But what's worse than losing important credit card information to hackers? Not being able to play games online for 23 days. Goodness, Sony. How could you let this happen to humanity? And to make matters even worse, the absolute worst. Sony knew about the hack and didn't tell the public until after the damage had already been done. Fuck that.
It's number 1.
Yeah, E.T. crashed the industry in 1983. Wrong! The industry crashed the industry. In the new medium of home video games, everyone jumped on the bandwagon, and it had so much weight on it, the wheels just came right off. Investors backed shovelware before shovelware was even shovelware, and completely oversaturated the gaming market with not just hardware, but games. It was a time when home gaming was still young, and companies rushed developers to complete titles by a deadline, rather than the game actually being finished, hoping it would be the next big hit without any thought. They got greedy fast, and ultimately paid the price. Now, a lot of Debbie Downers in our beloved community would love to compare current times with the state of the industry over 30 years ago. But thankfully, we're spoiled rotten compared to the way we were back then. So just go out and enjoy some games and have some fun. And hopefully, nothing will happen. Hopefully. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. If you do enjoy the video, please hit the like button. We're going for 10,000 this episode. Can we hit it?
10,000.
10,000 likes. It makes sense.
The like
cool.
button.
Yeah, go check it out. Also, go check out the new Desk of Death Battle episode over there of Jocelyn. She is hot.
All right. Need him to stop talking so I could talk. Hey, buddy. But yeah, that was just a history lesson, I guess. Stuff for the video game world. I gotta embarrassing. But I'm sorry. One more left. One more for the night, boy. Yeah, it's about that time. But leave me a comment if you want to say something about my reaction or just about that video. Watch the original. I always recommend it. Hopefully that corner you couldn't see in that top was enough to make you watch the new one. So that's good. Other than that, rate, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate it. Appreciate you watching this. Other than that, your boy Dust signing off. 2 fingers to the side. Dust.